Today, in this House of Representatives, in a very strong bipartisan way, we are sending a message to the persecuted that they are not forgotten. We're saying to the President of China, you may tell these people that they are forgotten, but they aren't. And on the floor of the House of Representatives, in a bipartisan, bicameral legislation, we are here. We are here in support of the Uighur Human Rights Policy Act, strong bipartisan legislation to address and defend the rights and dignity of the Uighur people from China's oppression.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. I hope you are well. US President Donald Trump plans to sign legislation calling for sanctions on Chinese officials responsible for oppressing Uighur Muslims. A source familiar with the matter said on Monday, without offering a time frame for the signing.
China is accused of detaining more than 1 million Uighur Muslims. US politicians have called for sanctions against the Chinese officials responsible. There are reports of torture and indoctrination in secret camps. So are the basic religious and cultural rights of an entire people under threat?
The bill, which passed the US House of Representatives and Senator Marco Rubio with bipartisan support last month, calls for action against those responsible for repression of Uyghurs and other Muslim groups in China's Xinjiang province, where the United Nations estimates more than 1 million Muslims have been detained in camps. The bill's progress comes amid growing tensions between Washington and Beijing over the coronavirus pandemic's origins and a recent Chinese bid to curb Hong Kong freedoms via a new national security law. China denies mishandling the outbreak and has said that the United States should stop interfering in Hong Kong and Chinese affairs. The Uyghur legislation proposed by Republican Senator Marco Rubio singles out Xinjiang's Communist Party Secretary Chen Guangguo, a member of China's powerful Politburo, as responsible for gross human rights violations against Uyghurs. China denies mistreatment and says the camps provide vocational training and has refused to allow independent inspections, but overwhelming evidence, including official documents, news reports, and testimony from released detainees, shows the country's most sweeping internment program since the Mao era. The Uyghur Human Rights Project welcomed the Senate's passage of the legislation, saying in a statement last month that it was an important step to a more comprehensive policy response. The World Uyghur Congress said on Twitter that the passage gives great hope for all of us and urged the House of Representatives to act quickly on the bill. Uyghur activists and human rights groups said many of those held people with advanced degrees and business owners who are influential in their communities and have no need for special education. People who were in the camps described being subjected to forced political indoctrination, torture, and denial of food and medicine, and say that they have been prohibited from practicing their religion or speaking their language. According to Human Rights Watch, Uyghur Muslims from China's Xinjiang region have faced mass incarceration by the Chinese government. Estimates suggest 1 to 2 million Uyghurs have been locked in so-called re-education camps, while millions of others have been tortured, arrested, or thrown in the jail. President of the Uyghur World Congress, Dolkan Issa, applauded the passing of the bill and urged President Trump to sign it into law. Brothers and sisters, to conclude this context, the Uyghur persecution has been described as the worst human rights crisis in the world, and the sanctions by the US are a welcome move as the international community, especially Muslim countries, have remained silent on the persecution of Uyghur Muslims. The only crime of Uyghurs is being a Muslim, as many Uyghurs have been labeled as extremists simply for practicing their religion. The Muslim world awaits for a new hope for our Muslim Uyghurs with the signing of the bill, which is to be signed by Donald Trump. We hope that the Uyghurs will benefit with what has been promised, inshallah. So brothers and sisters, state what are your thoughts and opinion on the signing of the bill. Do you think our Uyghur Muslims will improve in their situation with the implementation? Let us know in the comment section below. Also, if you liked our video, then hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel for more. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.